Hi everyone, I'm Nicholas. I'm the University Director here at RingQ. Today I will be taking you through release 9.1. We will be looking at the new features of RingQ today. We will be looking at some of the improvements that we have introduced with 9.1 as well. And at the end of today's video, we will be looking at the roadmap, what's coming in the next release. So, two new features that we have introduced in 9.1. It is a network engineer's dream to make sure that everything is working properly. So the port scanner is a very helpful tool that will help a network engineer to determine if their network is properly configured to allow RingQ to work properly. So you will be able to see if the ports are open on the network, both internally and externally as well. We have also introduced the secure tunnel, allowing you to connect external devices from outside of the network back into your network with a secure communications channel. We've done a bit of housekeeping as well with our troubleshooting tools. It's not just the ease of use of the system, but it's also if you need to troubleshoot if something goes wrong. So we have put all the troubleshooting tools into one nice, easy to find location on the dashboard under troubleshooting. So here you will find the port scanner. You will find the debug tool. I will be explaining how each one of these works in the next coming slides. The packet capturing, the audit log, and the call flow. Let's get started with the port scanner. This is one of my favorite features that we have introduced. This allows you to check if your ports are open, and we also check for the TCP ports as well. So, for example, is your server listening to a particular port? You are going to do an internal port scan. If you want to make sure that someone is able to access the server from outside on a particular port, you can do an external scan. You can scan all the ports at once, but you can also scan one port at a time. So if you just say, okay, I'm not getting any SIP connections. Is my SIP port up and running? You don't need to do the whole port scan. You can just do one at a time. So that makes it really, really simple. So TCP will give you a response. UDP, it does depend on your network and how your firewall is configured. You may get a response, but UDP is considered to be best effort. The secured tunnel, connecting external devices, telephones, for example, connecting from an external location. It could be a remote shop, connecting back to headquarters. You need to have a secure channel because in this day and age, there is a lot of cyber attacks, there's a lot of hacking going along. So people need to have that ease and peace of mind. You can install the secure tunnel client on a RingQ NX appliance. We do have appliances available to install both the PBX and the secure tunnel as well. We have a Linux installer as well, Windows, and you can also install it on a Raspberry Pi. Now for the secure tunnel to work, you need to have port 6010, which is a TCP port open on your firewall. And this is very handy since we have recently introduced the secure tunnel. You may have already had RingQ installed beforehand, so you may not have opened port 6010. That's where the port scanner comes in handy as well. We are working with the major phone vendors to get the secure tunnel also embedded into their firmware as well, to make it a lot easier if a device needs to connect directly without the need to install on a separate appliance. Another new feature that we have, call debugging. Every time you need to troubleshoot something, you will have the burden of basically sifting through logs, what caused the issue. We make it very simple to troubleshoot stuff like that. Enabling debug mode. You basically get a fresh log file, you replicate the issue that you want, you stop the debug mode, and you download the log file directly from within your browser. No need to go into the PBX to get the logs. You just have it downloaded directly onto your own computer, making it really, really simple for you to troubleshoot. The SIP guard module has been around with RingQ, but we have introduced a new SIP guard module, the SIP invite protection. Now, lately there has been quite a lot of cyber attacks on communication systems, especially with those that are using IP-based SIP trunks. So basically, they try to use the PBX as a proxy and connecting through and making a call through the SIP provider. So what we do with this case, with the SIP invite protection, is we protect the SIP invite requests over IP authenticated SIP trunks. So we authenticate the source IP. Who is actually sending the response? Is it on a device connected directly onto the PBX, or is it someone connecting from outside and using us as a proxy? So we do an ACK authentication for those IP authenticated SIP trunks as well. So it's a whole proper way of communicating. And if someone tries to circumvent that protection, we will put them into the jail ban for the listed time. All right, which one of you has done it? Who made the change on the PBX that ruined everything? An age-old question that ends up in a lot of finger pointing amongst colleagues in the IT industry. Who done it? Okay, so with the audit log, we essentially get rid of that ambiguity. With the audit log, you can see what changes were made on the system and who made them, and from which IP address as well. So it's not just a matter of, oh, it wasn't me that done it. Someone had logged into my account and did it on my behalf. Dude, it shows your IP address at your home address. You connected from home, you messed it up, at least own up to your problems. So the audit log helps you to basically see who made the changes and what changes were made as well. Now, CRMs. CRM is a very important functionality across a business. It contains all the information that employees need to do their work. Who are the customers? What has the customer bought from us? We've talked to them on the phone before. What was said? So all this information is available at the agent's hands when they answer the phone. So we currently have a listing of CRMs. We have like HubSpot, we've got Salesforce, but now we've also introduced the capability to introduce your own custom CRM. So even if you are not listed, your CRM is not listed in the RingQ selection, you can add your own CRM if you want to. So that basically opens up the possibilities for any one of your clients to connect onto RingQ. Some minor improvements to the interface as well. We have changed the underlying technology that we are running the interface on. We are now running on React.js technology, which basically is an open source library that is used to make interfaces, to make dashboards, and we've used that on the back end to make things a bit snappier, a bit quicker. And we have also introduced real-time status banners. So going back to what I mentioned with the debug mode, that would show a banner similar to one you can see on the screen. It is the same one like the SIP capture as well. So if you are doing a capture, if you're doing a debug, you will see both of them at the same time. So it is a real-time status indicator of what you're doing. So you can basically start the debug, start the capture, and then stop them one at a time and download them immediately through your browser, making it really, really simple for you to use RingQ. A small improvement on the SSL renewals. SSL certificates are issued by Let's Encrypt in RingQ. They are valid for 3 months, and we start the renewal process automatically 5 days before the expiry. Now, through this, we can see who the issuer is, when was the start date, when was the end date of the SSL certificate, and when we expect the auto renewal to start. We have also made it easy. If someone gets a bit antsy of pushing it towards the end of the renewal process, we basically allow you to renew the certificate manually as well. You don't need to do anything beforehand. There's no going into command lines onto the system. Just click on the renew certificate, give it about a minute or two, and you're up and running with a brand new certificate that's valid for another 3 months. Peace of mind for another 3 months, 90 days, off you go. Another improvement that we've made is to the conference calling interface. Now, when you are in a call with someone and you need to add someone in through an external telephone call, we have made it a lot easier to invite someone into a conference. So we have changed the dialer slightly, so you can see that it is very easy to add multiple participants. And we have also made a call fix when you are calling externally to invite someone in. Also, previously, when you were adding someone into a conference, you would not hear the ring back. You'd basically say, is the system making the call out? So now we basically put a tone back that lets you know that, listen, I'm actually doing something, I'm making the call, and just be patient until the person answers the phone. All right, buzzword of the decade, AI. RingQ utilizes AI as well. So with the RingQ AI, it is free to use for transcription. So in addition to ChatGPT's AI that we had within the system, we have also introduced RingQ AI as well. And we do have it free to use for your transcriptions of your recordings and your voicemails. It is multi-language. So no one does business nowadays in just their own country most of the times. They also do internationally. You might have multiple support queues with different languages. So that allows you to use your AI agent with multiple languages. And you could have the AI agent also filtering before it goes to a human person. So you do have human-like interactions with context-aware responses. So you're going to train your AI with the prompt, with the context, and that will also help you to do the basic reception duties for your callers. Now, done with the present, let's move on into the future a bit as well. On the roadmap, everyone likes to know what's coming. So we are on the tail end of revamping our RingQ Meet, our video conferencing platform. We're going to make it awesome. You're going to see a lot of stuff happening in the RingQ Meet. So watch this space, and we'll tell you more when the time comes. We are also redeveloping our iOS and Android apps to make them snappier, to make them more effective and more efficient. Also, we are working with PMS vendors to integrate into the hospitality industry. So the PMS and also CRM integrations as well. And we also have AI improvements as well. So in addition to what we do with the transcription and the AI agent, we will be giving the capability to interact with other platforms, to get information from other platforms without needing programming knowledge. So you just tell the AI, listen, you're going to talk with this platform, get me this information when I ask for it on a telephone call. So you won't need to have any designers of call flows. You won't need to have any programming knowledge for that. All right, so thank you very much for your time. We do hope you enjoyed this short video. We look forward to seeing you at one of our webinars. Look on the RingQ website for more details. Thank you very much, everyone. See you later.